Hello and welcome back to Vox Terra, fellow Vox Terrans. If you did not, please do subscribe to my channel. Contrast these two headlines I found for you in the business news headlines. Private prison stocks poised to rebound with a Trump 2020 victory, contrasted with green energy stocks rise on anticipation of a Biden win. Those headlines say a lot. Associated Press, August 13th, 2020. Private prison industry backs Trump. From American Progress, how private prisons are profiting under the Trump administration, by Hauwa, Ahmed, August 30th, 2019. In the 2016 presidential election, private prison owners, the Geo Group, and Core Civic donated $250,000 each to President Trump's inaugural committee. 2017, the Geo Group moved its annual conference to a Trump-owned resort in Boca Raton. Geo Group contributed heavily to campaigns of some of the members of U.S. House of Appropriations, subcommittees on Homeland Security, the congressional subcommittee charged with funding Department of Homeland Security, and to really illustrate for you how this interplay between private industry and government affects our lives. I did some historical research for you. National Public Radio, Kids for Cash, captures a juvenile justice scandal from two sides. March 8th, 2014. In 2009, a major corruption scandal dubbed Kids for Cash hit the juvenile justice system of Northeast Pennsylvania. Two local judges had been enforcing a zero-tolerance policy for bad behavior of kids. Even minor offenses could mean hard time. Federal prosecutors allege that judges were actually getting kickbacks from those private detention facilities. Now, this problem with our system of government and business connections isn't limited to that one scandal. My interpretation of that article I first cited from American Progress is that something like Kids for Cash is happening today, only instead of judges, it's politicians, and instead of keeping the juvenile detention facilities stocked with teenagers, it's keeping private immigrant detention facilities stocked with unauthorized immigrants. Now, there are so many lessons to glean from those two headlines and that brief bit about the private prison industry supporting Trump. Lesson one, Trump is not an anti-elite, as I've shown you in my other videos showing his fossil fuel industry ties, but he's supporting elites. He's a front, in my opinion, for the reckless elements of the business community. And I think if more people knew that, who thought he's on their side, they might realize he isn't. A lot of this anti-socialist talk, this really hardcore anti-socialist talk we heard at the Republican convention, a lot of it isn't really out of true belief. The true belief that private property offers us certain amounts of freedoms. It's actually, in my opinion, a scam to privatize publicly owned assets and usher in things like privately owned prisons, which then create their own industry and then influence politics to stock those prisons. The same things happened with the fossil fuel industry. Now, if you're watching this video before the 2020 election takes place, well, if you're a leftist, you might argue with me that, well, both sides are the same. They're both dominated by large corporations. And I agree that Bernie Sanders offered us a way out from that stranglehold. But most people don't really see that stranglehold we're in. So Biden, in my opinion, represents the more responsible elements of the business community. As we come back to those two headlines that I started the show with, Private prison stocks poised to rebound with a Trump 2020 victory. Green energy stocks rise on anticipation of a Biden win. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Please click that notification bell. Please comment, please like. Those are free ways to help support this channel. And if you feel so inclined, please become a patron at Patreon. I put the link below the video. And until next time, as always, peace be with you.